Kings Island is getting a brand new roller coaster.
And it's not going where you think it is.
I never would have guessed that the next roller coaster Kings Island would be adding would not be in the vortex plot of land.
However, with the way they were doing the announcement, though, like, they didn't do any kind of build-up for it. So I suspected it wasn't going to be anything big. Like, I was thinking it was more going to be, like, a restaurant or, like, a flat ride or, like, a show. And
I didn't think it was going to be a roller coaster.
Yeah, they're like, JK, it's a Vekoma Boomerang.
Holiday World literally did all this teasing for the same exact type of ride, and Kings Island's just like, surprise, we're also adding a family boomerang. There's going to be 2 within a 3-hour drive.
Yeah, I was going to say, I wonder how Holiday World's feeling right now. They're probably like, are you kidding me?
I kind of feel bad for Holiday World.
Okay, but Holiday World's is way better themed. Like, this is going to be in the Snoopy area of the park, so it's it seems like they're actually kind of reworking the Planet Snoopy area to be Camp Snoopy.
Yeah,
maybe? So more of an outdoorsy theme.
I think it's just gonna be part of the land. I don't think the entire area. I don't know 100% though. It was kind of weirdly worded. So this is going right next to Flying Ace Aerial Chase. So they're gonna repaint Flying Ace, which is gonna look way better. It's gonna be like green now because that thing was looking kind of ugly. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So this should look really good. So this is the rebound model of the family boomerang, so it's the same as like Accelerator at Drayton Manor, Velociraptor, Paulton's Park. There's one at Energylandia, so it's just a standard layout versus Holiday World's is custom.
Yes, and I know on the surface it's like, oh, like it's a family boomerang, like it's a family coaster, you know, they're not super crazy or anything, but if you look at it from the angle of manufacturer and like the park that's buying it, we're talking about a merger now between New Vekoma and Cedar Fair.
This is big.
Yeah.
Because we've had, you know, we see them working with Holiday World for next year. They just did Dollywood. But now we're getting a huge chain in the U.S.
Yes.
So it makes you wonder now, okay, now that we have New Vekoma working with Cedar Fair, what else could they do? This is just step one, you know? If this goes well, which Vekoma has a really good reputation nowadays. So, like, would be shocked if it didn't go well, you know?
Yeah, well, I'm expecting that many of these will probably pop up in Planet Snoopy areas, like, throughout the chain, honestly. I don't think Kings Island is going to be the only one.
Yeah, so I put together a list. So we took the 11 Cedar Fair parks and thought about which ones would do well with the family boomerang and which ones maybe not as much.
Yes.
So my first thought is Worlds of Fun. You have to really think about this as like, where would a good low height requirement roller coaster fit in? You can't think about like other family coasters that might be necessarily more thrilling because like family boomerangs are tame. They're a step above kids coasters.
Yeah.
And so that's where you have to look at like the gap in the lineup. So Worlds of Fun came to mind. That might be a little bit though because obviously they just got Zambezi.
Yeah.
But they have like Spinning Dragons. That's really the only like similar ride of that kind of size. Valley Fair and Dorney Park because their true family tame coaster is just a Wild Mouse.
Yeah, the only thing is Dorney, like, literally just announced Iron Menace, so I don't think they're going to be doing something, like, right away. Valley Fair, maybe, but I don't know how people would respond to that because they haven't had a new thrill coaster in so long.
Like, it's like, oh, your next coaster is like this.
Yeah, they'd be like, are you serious? But I know a lot of companies will do kind of like a 2-for-1
Yeah, or like
deal.
a buy one, get one a percentage off.
Exactly. So, like, I could see maybe, like, who knows, maybe we get something that is small, like the Boomerang, and then a more thrilling modern-day Vekoma, like something a la Phoenix.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that is the dream.
Yeah. Well,
that's the dream.
And that would work super well. I mean, right now we're just talking about family boomerangs because it's easy to plug and play these.
Yes.
You know, Vekoma literally has like 3 different models, or you could go completely custom. So.
Well, and they're kind of perfect family coasters because, like you said, they're not overly thrilling or like scary, but
low height requirement. Holiday World's is 38 inches.
Yeah, but you get experience like as like a like a young kid with a little bit more with heights because like they're usually over like what 70-ish feet.
Yeah, they can be.
Yeah, and they get experience going backward.
Yes, and many parks don't have a backwards roller coaster. So Dorney, Valley Fair, and Worlds of Fun do with like a Boomerang and like Possessed and Steel Venom, but this is on a much smaller scale. So like kids can work their way up to rides like that.
So you could put them on the family Boomerang and then stick them on Steel Venom.
Well, in a couple of years.
Or the same day.
Well,
Go crazy. Get wild.
So here's 3 parks that could work well with a family Boomerang. And actually, originally I probably would have put Kings Island in the maybe category because like they do have other family coasters. I wouldn't say that Kings Island was like in dire need of a family Boomerang, but it works well. In the same category, I would definitely put King's Dominion, Carowinds, and then Michigan's Adventure for kind of similar reasons as like Valley Fair. Like Michigan's Adventure needs a lot more than a family boomerang, so probably wouldn't be the first choice. But I think, Carowinds has a Camp Snoopy, King's Dominion has the biggest Planet Snoopy. It's possible.
I mean, I think King's Dominion would be a perfect fit, personally.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. King's Dominion doesn't even have a ride that goes backwards.
Exactly.
So there you
go. To me,
go.
that's in the good, yes category.
So here's some parks that should not get a family boomerang, or should be lower priority for a family boomerang. Canada's Wonderland.
Well, they just got the kids coaster.
Yes, and most of their coasters are in that demographic.
Yeah.
They need more thrilling, good quality coasters. Like, they have a lot of roller coasters, but most of them are like fluff. Cedar Point, because family boomerangs have one train, and Cedar Point gets crazy busy.
Oh, it would be terrible
Yeah,
there.
and Canada's Wonderland actually does too.
Yeah.
So I don't think that would be a good idea. Knott's Berry Farm, kind of for similar reasons. They also get crazy busy, that this would, again, probably works better in like a park with lower attendance, but also similar to Canada's Wonderland, they have a lot of like family coasters. Knott's has like only a handful of like thrill
I could still
coasters.
see them doing it though, because aren't they adding something
They
over
could,
there?
but I don't think it'd be big enough for a family boomerang. But like, again, like Knott's, they could, but I just don't think it would be the best. There's a small park just down the road from Knott's that has a ride that's very similar to a family boomerang. It's called Rewind Racers. I think it'd be too similar. Yeah, I've been there. Yeah. And then last one, California's Great America, because they're closing.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be building a roller coaster.
No.
R.I.P.
That's so sad.
I know.
But in theory, if they weren't closing,
I think it'd be a fine fit there. Again, those are just the family boomerangs. I think it's a whole nother conversation if we're talking like large-scale thrill rides from Vekoma.
vortex replacement.
There's a lot of cool things that could go there. But that does make me wonder, if Kings Island is getting this for 2024, does that mean that we're still a couple years away from a vortex replacement?
I mean, probably. I don't know. But the thing is, I think that now that Vekoma is breaking into like these bigger chains and stuff, parks are going to realize that they are kind of a gold standard.
They are.
They really are.
Oh,
and like there's a reason that Disney goes back to them over and over and over and over again, because their stuff doesn't really have issues. Like if you're a maintenance person, you're probably kind of bored working on a Vekoma coaster.
They're very well designed and manufactured.
Exactly.
Just like good quality stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
so like big parks like Kings Island that get very busy, you know what I mean? Like that's a great fit.
And as a maintenance
it's not gonna go
person,
down.
Maintenance people have a lot of rides to worry about at Kings Island.
Correct.
And so this one, I'm sure, is like, I'm sure they'll have things to work through at first, but I think after that it'll be pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, so I think whenever we get, and I imagine this is going to be a gateway to it, I think this is like the moment that's going to, get Vekoma like that extra step closer to putting a large-scale thrill attraction in the U.S.
Assuming this is the only new Vekoma coming to Cedar Fair next year. Technically, not every park has made their announcement, so it's still possible.
Exactly. I think these parks are going to see how well these things work and how they don't break down, and they're going to want a big version of it, because a thrill coaster that doesn't break down, that's the dream.
Yeah.
That's
and
the
people
dream.
they're really enjoyable.
They're really smooth. Yeah, they're like...
smoothest rides you'll ever do. Yeah.
They literally are, and like, I would be shocked if it took more than 5 years to see one of those pop up in the U.S.
I like it. That's what I like to hear.
Yay, Vekoma!
It's so cool.
I love that you guys made up.
Yeah, Mr. Vekoma and I are on good terms now.
Can I throw you in the trash instead?
No. All right, guys. Let us know down in the comments below. What do you think of this new family Vekoma Boomerang coming to Kings Island in 2024? Definitely unexpected, but not mad.
And what do you think for the future of Vekoma in the U.S.?
Absolutely.
Super exciting.
Thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you next time.